We've recognized 10 new inductees into the South Dakota Hall of Fame, but we have more out here, and so at this time I would like all past inductees to please stand up and be recognized. Inductees. These people are responsible for many of the great things that have happened in South Dakota. Thank you. Before I turn it over to Greta, sdexcellence.org, 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 acts of excellence, acts of excellence, acts of excellence. Greta Chapman.
Thanks, Dave. I just have a few concluding remarks, and we're going to wrap things up for the evening. First of all, thank you for being here with us and helping us to build a culture of excellence in South Dakota. What an amazing group of people. Please give them another round of applause. The Hall of Fame is in its 41st year, and it continues to grow from the continuous hours and generous donations from board members, volunteers, and donors, and many of them are in the audience this evening. 41 years, folks. Please give them a round of applause. I too would like to thank and recognize Kylene Absher. Many of you know her and her years of service, and we appreciate very much as she moves on to a new opportunity. And as Dave mentioned, our new employee, Lori Platzer, the team of two for this organization with a very strong and dedicated and generous board. I have a couple of quick housekeeping items, two things. Your silent auction winning bid will be shown on the screen right after my remarks. And the flower arrangements, now this is the key, the flower arrangements that are live, because we had a record number, there are some from the hotel. So the flower arrangements that are live, there is a yellow dot, one yellow dot on a saucer on your table, and you may take those home with you. No looking now, I'm still talking. I started out as a teacher. Let's pay attention here. And with that in mind, it brings me to the fact we have to give in to the human in all of us as you look for that yellow dot. So I want to talk about what that means in the sense of the mission of this organization. And while we all have genetic dispositions that are universal, the heart pumps, the legs move, we have blue, brown, green eyes. But there's one thing that makes us all unique. It's the fingerprint. And it is that uniqueness of that fingerprint that makes each of us one of a kind. And in South Dakota, we understand that. We understand it through our neighbors. We understand it through our family and our relatives and our employers. And it is that uniqueness that we intend to take hold of as the South Dakota Hall of Fame and capture it in championing a culture of excellence. Excellence is not an exclusive word. You've heard more than once, which is a good thing from our chairman, about the acts of excellence, but it is not an exclusive word. It is a word, however, that does imply an expectation, and you've heard from the inductees what that expectation can be very much about. We can bring out the best as individuals, and we can demonstrate what that means. But it also can be used as a catch-22. It can be a stick instead of a carrot, and what I mean by that, it's like respect. You can't ask for it. You have to earn it. You have to earn respect, and you have to do that through your actions. Our mission of excellence is what we hope each of you will make your mission, and we want to earn it through the actions that we do, but we cannot do it without you. We intend to show our action through the support that you provide through our 5 programs, one of them being the honors ceremony, which is in its 38th year, the museum here in Chamberlain, which is in its 15th year, and 3 cutting-edge programs on our Champion for Excellence network that we developed in the last couple of years. And again, you've heard, sdexcellence.org. These programs only work because of what you have witnessed here tonight. Champions. Champions that are everyday people inspiring others in their communities, both personally and professionally, but don't misunderstand. These are not idols. We don't do idols in South Dakota. These are people just like you and me, but these are people that have learned from their mistakes. They've picked it up from the bootstraps. They've shared with others. They've ran with scissors, and they've asked for forgiveness. So I want to conclude my remarks with what I think is an example of what it means to build a culture of excellence. I was in a lunch meeting this summer with Al and Irene Kurtenbach and Dr. Dwayne Sanders, and we were talking about the activities of the honors ceremony. And as I often do, because our organization is very much interested in the how and the why, and what those achievements have been about, I asked the question, when did you want to throw in the towel? And they all simultaneously looked at each other and glanced and said, what time? Excellence is about what time. And the people in our state can take a towel and they can turn it into silk. And in this case, into a global leader in digital technology. It's an honor and a privilege to serve the South Dakota Hall of Fame, to serve all of you, and to serve the state of South Dakota. Please travel safe. Thank you for your support, and this concludes our evening.